Hey, you made it today too. Good job. I'm so excited. Let me tell you about what you need for today and then we'll get started. Today, you're going to actually need a pencil, not a pen. You're going to need your sketchbook or a piece of paper. You're going to need your drawing from yesterday and the photo from yesterday. So go gather those things up and join me right back here in a minute. Well, hi, friend. I'm so glad you made it back today. And I'm especially proud of you because I'm going to take a guess here that yesterday, when you did your drawing of something you like, not all of you were super happy about how that went. I mean, I hope some of you were proud and pretty happy with what you did and drew, but my guess is most of us were reminded all over again of why we have such a hard time drawing. And my guess is that we were somewhere between, see, this is why I don't do this, and I don't think I'm ever going to get this, as far as our perspective on how that went. And I want to encourage you today. First of all, I want to say thank you for showing back up. And second of all, I want to let you know that if that's the case yesterday, I have good news because your two besties for getting better at drawing were with you yesterday. Two best friends? Am I crazy? What am I talking about? Well, the two best friends you have for getting better at drawing are failure and your ability to see that something isn't right with your drawing or doesn't look as good as you want it to. Those are going to be your two best friends for getting better at drawing. And I know, I sound insane when I say that, but I promise you that it's true. And I want to talk to you today about the first of those two. And I want to give you a challenge for today to build off yesterday. So let's do this. Okay, we're going to tackle the first of our two best friends for getting better at drawing, which are actually probably also the very reasons we don't draw more: failure and our ability to know that something's not right or not as good as it should be. So, the first one, failure. And I want to tell you today that failure is your friend. And if there's nothing else you hear today, you need to hear that. Failure is the process of eliminating and understanding why things don't look how you want them to when you draw. There was a famous illustrator and artist who worked for Disney. His name also happened to be Walt. It wasn't Walt Disney, but Walt Stanchfield. And he said, "We all have 10,000 bad drawings in us. The sooner we get them out, the better." Now, I actually think it's a lot less than 10,000 bad drawings in each of us. But the point of what he was saying is actually true, and I think it's a really important thing for us to understand if you want to get better at drawing. And I honestly think this is a big part of the reason more people don't draw more or aren't better at drawing or feel more confident in drawing. I think you have too high of expectations for yourself. You think you're just going to sit down and it's going to just be natural, and you think there's people out there that that's how it is for them. And I'm here to say that's just not the case. I'm a professional artist and it wasn't that way for me. I didn't just sit down and this came naturally. I know people want to argue with me, but that's just not true. I know the 10,000 bad drawings I've done and how it took to get there, and it wasn't 10,000 by any means, but there was a lot of trial and error, and I had to work at getting better. Now, the thing is we don't approach many other things in life this way, and that's why it's a little frustrating for me with drawing. Nobody sits down to learn the piano and they mess up the song inevitably first time playing through and say, "That's it, I can't do this," and give up. I mean, some people probably do that and they never play the piano. But the people who stick with it and want to learn, they go back and they keep doing it till they don't mess up, and they keep working at it, and they get through one part, and as soon as they get through one part, they work through another part, and then you get through that, and it's a process of failing, backing back up, figuring out what you did wrong, or attempting it again and doing better. There's many things like this. If you didn't play basketball because the first basket you shot didn't go in, it's just a ridiculous way to look at life. But I think a lot of people look at drawing that way. They sit down, they try to draw something, it doesn't go well, and they go, well, I can't draw. I haven't been hit on the head with that magic wand. And I'm here to tell you, I just don't think that's a thing. I think it takes work for everybody. And that's what you're here for, right? That's what I'm here for, to help you through it. And so here's your challenge for today. You're going to pop out that drawing from yesterday, no matter how you feel about it. And the first thing I want you to do, I want you to do two things today. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to look at your drawing that you did, and I want you to make two lists. And you can do it on the back of that sheet or on a different sheet of paper, but I want you to write these out. I want you to actually write these out, or have someone help you write these out. I want you to make a list of what you like about your drawing, what you think you did well, and I also want you to make a list of the things you don't like about it and the things you don't believe you did well, and why. Specifically, what is it? Was the head on the person too big for their body? Does it not look like a real flower? Is it crooked? Did it go off the page? Is the circle not look like a circle on the tires of the car you drove? Whatever it is, that make a list of what you like, and then make a very honest, realistic list of what you don't like about it. And I think developing an ability to see, because I think you already know whether you like it or you don't, and what you like and what you don't. But being able to write that out and to say what it is, and try to study it, study your drawing, and what bugs you about it, what you don't like about it, and write that out. Okay, that's your first step. You're developing that critical eye for what you did. And this is really important. We don't have, with drawing, it's not as easy as hitting a wrong note on the piano or missing the basket. It just, something doesn't look right and we're not sure. And so I want you to start to develop the ability to say, I think this is what's wrong. I mean, and you can be silly if you want to write, like, I don't know, it just looks off or whatever. But I want to push you. I want to push you to say why. Why does it look off? What about it doesn't look right? Look at the picture, the original picture, and then compare it to what you did, and try to distinguish what it is that's different about your drawing, and that makes it not what you want it to be, what you hoped it would be, looking accurate. Then the second thing you're going to do, you're going to hate me for this. I'm sorry, but I'm your piano teacher, I guess, for drawing. You're gonna redraw what you drew yesterday from the same photo that you drew from yesterday. And if you didn't use a pencil yesterday, you're gonna use a pencil today. And everybody's gonna use a pencil today. And the reason is because I want to give you a little grace in trying to improve what it is you think is off about your drawing. I want to give you a little grace so you can erase and fix it. If you think that something was not, two things are supposed to be the same size, two petals on a flower, or the tree looked lopsided or something, and you start to redraw it and you're having some of the same problems, I want to give you the ability to, since you're specifically trying to fix it and improve it, I want to give you the ability to adjust it and erase a little bit. And so I guess I didn't mention that, but if your pencil doesn't have an eraser on the back of it, get an eraser. But I want you to redraw, and paying special attention to those lists you made. Keep what you like, try to redo what you did the first time that you like, and try to improve what you didn't like. Now, we're on day 2, and this is an adventure. This is a journey. So I do not expect you to have fixed the problems. I'm, I view it as my job in helping you through this adventure to learn those to learn tools and skills. That's what we're going to do. And in fact, tomorrow we're going to tackle that second thing, which is our ability to see to whether we like something or not. And I'm going to show you some tools, and we may spend multiple days on this, of how to fix some of those things. There's some really simple uh, tools and tricks. I won't call them tricks, but skills to get what we're doing closer to what we want it to be. And that's what we're going to spend some time doing. But today, you're going to redraw that drawing. I'm going to too. Believe it or not, I mean, some of you probably saw me draw the sailboat and you're like, oh my goodness, of course he draws. Look at that, just went so well. You know what? This bugged me. There's things about this that bugged me. It's not how I wanted it to look. And I'm going to sit down and critique it myself, and I'm going to try to improve on it with a pencil. Uh, I'll let you watch along while I time lapse my drawing, and we'll meet back here in a little bit after that. Remember, failure is your friend. Embrace it. Pull up an extra chair, make a coffee or a glass of water or juice if you don't drink coffee, and invite your friend failure. Say, hi, failure. I don't mind if you join me because you're going to help me get better as a drawer. Okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. No, I'm not going to make you do the same drawing every day on this adventure. I don't think we'll be back to the same exact drawing that you drew from a photo. I'm not going to promise that. This is, after all, an adventure, and I don't even know exactly where it's going entirely. But I know for sure we're not doing this tomorrow, and I'm not going to make you draw the same drawing over and over again. I may possibly, towards the end, have us do it just to see some progress, but probably not. We'll probably do something else. But if you saw here, this was my pen version of my drawing yesterday, and this is my pencil version, and I can't show them to you at the exact same time. So, well, actually, I can. It's a video, so I'll put them on the screen. But um, I like I improved some things about the perspective and the motion in the water in the photo or the drawing on here, and I worked at it just like you, and it's an ongoing process, this ability to draw. So I'm very proud of you. I'm glad that you are sticking with this and you worked at it. I'm sorry for making you draw the same thing over again, and I'm guessing you're probably still frustrated. It's okay. We're on day 2, and you're learning, you're growing, you're gaining in your ability, because remember, failure is your friend. And I promise you that that's true. I know it sounds the opposite. It sounds like that's the enemy of doing good things. But failure is your doorway to success. You have to get your mistakes and your mess ups and your thinking and all these things that come into play when you're drawing. You have to get through them. There's no way shortcut around them. There's no, I wish I had a magic wand to bop you on the head and just give you those skills. Or maybe someday we'll be able to download them into our brains. But until then, and I hope not, because I think the learning process is good. And failing is the pathway toward success and toward skills, develop skills. And so thank you for hanging with me today. I would love to hear how it's going or any feedback you have for me about this. And I will see you back here tomorrow on this 30-day drawing adventure.